an out-of-state investor with property in Idaho and you're not quite sure what you want to do with your property, I'm going to walk you through exactly how we identify if selling your property in Idaho is right for you. This video came about because the last few listings that I've had have specifically come from out-of-state investors that have decided that the time is right to sell their rental property. Many of my listings have come from that same source, and so we've really got to process down to make sure that we've got the right results for our investor clients. So the first thing that we like to do is we'll get on the phone or a Zoom call and we'll do a consult, and we're really wanting to unpack from you what your end goal is. And even if you truly do want to sell, maybe you're just considering whether you want to re-rent it or not, and we're happy to provide just the objective information and you can make that decision from there. One of the things that we're going to find out is if the property is currently tenant occupied. So if it's occupied, no big deal. We will arrange a time to go. We'll either meet the property manager at the home, or if you self-manage, we can arrange with the tenant to do a quick walkthrough and go ahead and find out a little bit more about the condition of the property. We'll take some video and pictures for you so you can see the current condition, and then we'll assess from there. And typically we'll come up with a little laundry list of good, better, and best for what we could do to the property to maximize the sale, depending on budget and how much money you want to put into the property. But again, this is where we come in providing resources and helping with the orchestration of getting that property sale ready. So no worries there whatsoever. So once we do that, we will come together and we will come up with what is called a comparative market analysis and give you an idea on what the pricing should be if that home were to sell on the open market today. A lot of times investors, they actually want to do something else with that money, and they just like what's called take the money off the table and take those proceeds and move on to whatever else they want to do in their lives. So there's no right or wrong answers. It's all specific to you. So let's say we're ready to sell and we know what we're going to do with the proceeds. So the next step is we get that property vacated, either at the conclusion of the lease. You can provide some incentives for tenants to hurry along the process. We've had a couple of exceptions where it's been a great situation where the tenant's actually been able to buy the property. So that's something that we can discuss as well. But let's say we have the tenant move on to their next home. We'll take the vacant property and our listing team will come in and make sure that we have everything dialed in as far as repairs, assess whether we want paint, carpet, if appliances are in working order, all that good stuff. And work with our listing team to provide staging if that's something that's needed for the home. A lot of times it really has a great effect on the home, and we'll provide our professional photography and we'll take care of all the details. We like to say we want you just to sit back and enjoy the process. So again, this is without you ever walking the property yourself. We'll get it listed, and then the second part is where I come in. And that's the fun part, and that's the negotiating. We are still in a seller's market here in the Boise area. It is not the same market as we had in 2022 or even 2021, but we are in a strong seller's market in those price points that single family rental properties typically are in. So I think you might be pleasantly surprised at the demand for your rental property. We are out to make sure that you're maximizing your investment, because we know most of the time it's not just about getting rid of the property, but it's about getting the best return for your money. And then once we get into escrow, we will take care of all of the details from start to finish. We've got our transaction coordinator that's amazing at crossing T's and dotting I's to make sure that your mobile notary is set up. Again, you can orchestrate everything from your armchair in your living room, and we're taking care of all the details. That's kind of the process in a nutshell. There's a lot more to it, but you don't need to worry about those details. We've got it covered. We know what you care about is ease of process and most likely how much money is going to get deposited into that bank account at the end of the day. If you'd like to set up your own consult, please give me a call, 208-608-4884. We'll set up a Zoom call and we'll repeat this process, and you'll see specifically how it works for your rental property.